this video is going to be some hard truths. I'm going to lay it all. I'm going to put my cards on the table, so to speak. I'm going to say the quiet parts out loud. The parts that other card store owners probably aren't very comfortable. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to, like Mason's not going to be in my DMs being like, dude, why are you telling people about that? But it's the quiet part. It's the icky part. It's the kind of, yucky part of this business. So I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Hey everybody, welcome back. Clay here, Cardboard Empires, and today we are going to talk about how I make money buying and selling bulk. Before we get into that, I first want to let everybody know that I have some items up on the CardboardEmpires.com website. No, my whole inventory is not listed up there right now. A few Celebrations products are on there, and it's just kind of a test run. I want to see how much it costs me to ship things to you, how much money's left over after that's all said and done. So it's a little bit of a test run to see if it's viable for me to sell products on my website at MSRP. Like I have Celebrations ETBs up there for $50, which is MSRP for those ETBs. I just want to see if it's viable for me to sell Celebrations ETBs, free shipping. I think it's free shipping. I'll have to double check that, but I think it's free shipping. And to see if there's still like a profit margin left in it for me. Second of all, I had a couple strapping young lads come in saying that they watched my videos on YouTube, and that was awesome. So that was a really enjoyable experience. It was the first time that that's happened, so I was kind of unsure. Sometimes I get flying off at the mouth on YouTube, and I'm not sure if I said something. You don't know if somebody's going to come and be like, hey, buddy, I like battle styles, so you shut your mouth. But they were very nice, very tall fellas, 7 feet tall if they were an inch. Really nice guys. I had a lot of fun showing them around the shop and having a lot of fun, looking through the case and everything. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That was I'm very blessed to have people watching the channel to begin with, and then have people come in from the channel. I mean, geez, what more can a guy ask for? And a card shop? I mean, sheesh. Okay, so on to the topic of the video, how I make money buying and selling bulk, because my card shop does buy and sell bulk. Right now, as of January 1st, I've reduced the price at which I'm buying bulk. Just because I have an imbalance in supply and demand right now. I have too much supply and too little demand, so I have to bring the price down, but I'm still actively buying and selling bulk. The short answer, the TLDR of it is I don't make money buying and selling bulk. The more in-depth, but the more nuanced answer is sometimes I do. Sometimes I make pretty good money. A lot of the times I'm fighting to break even. So let's go with the easiest and the most distasteful one, probably, that people aren't going to want to hear. And that's, this video is going to be some hard truths. I'm going to lay it all. I'm going to put my cards on the table, so to speak. I'm going to say the quiet parts out loud. The parts that other card store owners probably aren't very comfortable. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to, like Mason's not going to be in my DMs being like, dude, why are you telling people about that? But it's the quiet part. It's the icky part. It's the kind of, yucky part of this business. So I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm sorry if you don't like it. The first big one is mistakes. When you guys make mistakes, I make money. And I'm sorry, but when I'm buying $300 worth of kindling and fire starter, sometimes I need you guys to make a mistake. If you don't know that there's a certain trainer in the meta, or if there's a card in there somewhere that's worth $0.25 and I bought it for 3 cents, or maybe it's worth $1 and I bought it for 3 cents. That's a payday for me. That's great. No, I'm not retiring early off these mistakes, because it's not like you guys are accidentally slipping Black Lotuses or first Ed Shadowless based Charizards in with your bulk. But sometimes a card will come in that I buy for 3 cents and it might be worth like $5. And that's like, whoa, hey, big spender. I might be able to get 2 cheeseburgers at McDonald's tonight. So yeah, I don't rely heavily on mistakes, but I do really appreciate it when they happen, because like I said at the beginning, making money buying and selling bulk is kind of a slog. It's kind of a drag, and it doesn't happen very easily if it happens at all. So the second thing, and this is another one of those icky things, it's kind of saying the quiet part out loud, but I get this question all the time. Pretty much almost everybody who comes in to sell me bulk asks this question. Dude, why are you buying this? I don't want it. Why do you want it? It's worthless, right? So here's the answers. Trade-ins. When you come in and sell me bulk for cash, that is a shot to the nuts. That is a kick in the groin. But when you come in and trade in your bulk, that is a little bit more palatable. That there's money to be made on my end when you do that. Because let's say Celebrations ETB, now listed, now available on the Cardboard Empires website. When you come in to trade in your bulk for a Celebrations ETB, I'm buying, let's say, a box of cards for, let's say, Vs. I'm buying a box of Vs for like 50 cents, 70 cents. I think it's probably 50 cents now is what the new price is going to be. Because the average selling price of a V on TCGplayer is about $1. So I'm buying it for about half market price. When you come to trade it in, let's say you bring me 100 Vs that I bought for 50 cents. So $50 worth of Vs. You trade 100 50-cent Vs in for one $50 ETB. So now I have 100 cards that I could sell for $1 for $100. I bought this ETB not for $50. Remember, this is the quiet part. This is the icky part. This is the part. And you guys, before I go on, and I kind of already told you like the way that it happens, but I think there's like this broad misconception that there's so much money to be made in this, right? And there's not a lot. It really isn't like that at all. People come in the shop and they'll be like, I'll shoot them an offer for a card, and it's like a $80 card. I'll be like, maybe I'll give you 40 for it. I'll give you 50 for it. And they're like, that's cool. I understand. You're a business. You have to make money. And on some level, I think everybody does understand that this is a business and I have to make money. But I don't think people realize how much money that this business has to make. And I don't even take one penny out of it as payroll, as salary, as compensation. Not one penny comes out of this business and into my personal bank account. It all goes into the business. A business has to make so much money. I can't even really, it's hard for me to even kind of put it into perspective for the average person, how much money a business has to make before you can even start worrying about payrolls and salaries. So anyway, let's get back to it. I bought 50 Vs for 50 cents or 100 Vs for 50 cents that I can now sell for $100. Now I might net like, I don't know what the rates are. Maybe I'll net like $70 after TCGplayer fees and stuff like that. So I'll net $70 on those 100 Vs. So I basically sold this ETB for $70. I bought this ETB, I think at distribution, the price of these ETBs were like 30, 35, somewhere in that ballpark. So I bought this ETB for 35 and I basically sold it for 70 instead of selling it for 50. Instead of making $15 on it, I made $35 on it. So that's really helpful when people come in with like Vs or VMAXs and they trade those in for product. That's my favorite transaction. When people come in with commons and uncommons, like boxes and boxes of commons and uncommons, even on trade-in, those are tough. Those are hard to, but when people come in with VMAXs, Vs, GXs, EXs, break cards, those types of cards with like $1 values, $2 values, those are my favorite transactions. So on to the next part of the list. And this is kind of maybe one that's a little less intuitive of people that maybe you don't, maybe you wouldn't expect. But a lot of the ways that I make money on buying and selling bulk is charging shipping on TCGplayer. My shipping fee on TCGplayer is 99 cents. So like, let's say and other shops don't do this. This is kind of like something that I do because I'm not really that worried about being ultra competitive on TCGplayer. But if you want to be ultra competitive on TCGplayer, you're not going to be able to do this because other shops are charging like 70 cents for shipping, which is like right at the line. So let's say this Phalanx V, which is probably like $1, $2. I don't know what it is on TCGplayer, but I'd probably sell it for like $1. And then I charge $1 shipping. So if somebody buys this Phalanx, they're actually paying $2. They're paying $1 for the card and $1 for shipping. Shipping realistically only costs probably like around 70, 75, 80 cents, somewhere in there. So you're left with 20, 25 cents on the back end. So that's another way that you make money. Like people have this misconception that, you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and you're fighting, you're scrapping for every penny. You're scrapping for every nickel and dime. That's the business model. That's the way it is, unfortunately. I don't mind it, but I do think it's important to let people know like what this is really about. Another question that I get sometimes, if like I had one of my regular customers who's a mom come in, she's bringing some bulk in, and she asked, how do we know that we're not like giving you some ultra valuable card? How do you know that there's not some like secret gem in there? And I told her the truth, which is on average, most of these boxes, there's not much of anything of value in these boxes. But if you play it out over millions and millions of cards, over years of selling cards, I will eventually be in the positive. When you run the numbers over, boxes and boxes of bulk, I will end up in the positive, hopefully. Because if you're not, you're out of business. But these are some of the ways that I make money. I mean, these are some of really the only ways that you can make money buying and selling bulk. You buy a card for 3 cents, you try and sell it for 3 cents. You buy a card for 3 cents, maybe you could sell it for 5 cents. But a lot of the times you're fighting to break even. And one of the harshest things, like if you buy cards on TCGplayer, I'll tell you the truth. One of the harshest things that you can do to a seller on TCGplayer is buy 500 3-cent cards or 500 2-cent cards. That will crush a seller. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. As a buyer, do whatever is in your best interest. But I'll tell you, as a seller, when somebody comes through with an order of like 500 common cards at 3 cents a piece, I'm losing on that transaction because of the cost of shipping. And it's kind of tough. Let me know, in the comment section down below, do you buy and sell cards on TCGplayer? Do you buy and sell bulk maybe? It helps to have a shop when you're buying bulk because people have a place to come and bring the cards, and they have a friendly face to come in and visit and talk with. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the fellows that came in the shop. You guys were cool. Come back again. Had a lot of fun. And if you out there in YouTube land want to come in and visit Cardboard Empires, feel free to come on down. I'm open on the weekends as of right now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Look me up on Google. You could find the business. If you want to, leave a Google review. 5 stars, please. And I will catch you later.